This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Newt Shuttlecotty, in for Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, June 18th. What Has Your Podcast Got to Lose by Tom Webster. In his latest article for Sounds Profitable, partner Tom Webster takes on the question of editing your podcast and why you really should. Cutting down your show to the very best bits can be time-consuming, but while some may argue it also sacrifices authenticity, a more polished show will put your best foot forward with listeners and help you discover what they really tune in for. Next up, how partnerships between athletes and brands are beginning to resemble influencer deals by Sam Bradley. Supply and demand is in every athlete's favor as advertising interest in sports continues to grow, with smaller profile and emerging athletes booking brand deals that, according to Digiday, bear a striking resemblance to typical influencer partnerships. The deals are outlined with the goal of pushing content to social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, with a shorter run length than spaces like TV. Post name, image, and likeness deal of 2021, non-NFL influencers such as University of Miami basketball players Haley and Hannah Cavender have the opportunity to engage in brand collaborations with the goal of connecting to fans. The next step for these deals could be the kind of cult of personality podcast many influencers have started to build fan engagement with, as the world of sports podcasting is already on the rise. Finally, new and unique deaf-led video podcast set to launch. Shaping Tomorrow, the new video podcast from UK social enterprise Hear Art, is breaking barriers in the podcasting industry with a 90% deaf production team. The series uses BSL, that's British Sign Language, to, quote, focus on the journeys of deaf professionals in the creative, sports, and entertainment industries while exploring the challenges they have faced and still face along the way, end quote. Shaping Tomorrow is currently in production, set to release this September. And a quick note, different members of the deaf and hard of hearing community, like all people with disabilities, use different labels to describe themselves, and no one label is universally accepted by everyone. We have chosen to keep the language utilized in the article in this write-up. As for the rest of the news, ABF Creative and Sonar Cloud partnered for the Mini-Pods initiative, which replaces traditional class change bells in over 120 New York City public schools with 60-second podcasts. Sarah Spain is set to host Good Game with Sarah Spain as the first podcast on iHeart and Deep Blue's new women's sports audio network. And Adopter Media released their industry standards regarding voice cloning and AI audio for host-read ads. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Newton Shuttlecotty, Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Newt Shuttlecotty. Download us again tomorrow.